Hey, what's up? This is the last video about Oukitel WP6. We have already published 4 videos about this smartphone, such as unboxing, performance test, camera test and battery test. In this video, I want to sum up and tell you what I liked and disliked about this phone after a week of using it. Without further ado, let's get started. First of all, Oukitel WP6 is a rugged smartphone. It has IP68 standard, so the phone is not afraid of water. You can immerse the phone under the water, but don't forget to close the rubber plugs at the bottom and side panels. Also, the smartphone is dust-proof and shock-proof. You need this smartphone if you work in difficult conditions and often break the phones or displays. The next feature of Oukitel WP6 is display. Also, it has 6 bezels around the screen. The display is really good. It is crisp, contrast and bright. By the way, the display has 1.1mm protective glass on it. So going back to the previous feature, it will be quite difficult to break the screen, just like the smartphone itself. Oukitel WP6 is powered by Helio P70 chipset. The processor was released in 2019, so it is quite new. Also, the smartphone has 6GB of RAM and 128GB of internal memory with microSD support. The performance is really good. Oukitel WP6 has about 180,000 points in ANTUTU. Also, I haven't any problems with Wi-Fi and GPS. You can even play heavy games on this phone, such as PUBG Mobile, Asphalt 9 and Call of Duty. In general, I think you can play any games on this smartphone. Oukitel WP6 has a triple camera on the back. Although I don't know what the third sensor is doing, the main sensor and depth sensor work very well. 48MP camera makes really good photos both day and night. You can also take high-quality portrait photos. However, the main feature of Oukitel WP6 is battery. It has a capacity of 10,000 mAh. We have already made battery test of this phone, and you know, Oukitel WP6 has the long battery life among the mobile devices that I have ever tested. The smartphone has 21 hours and 20 minutes of screen-on time. This is an amazing result. I also like the price of Oukitel WP6, only $220. Given all the features I mentioned above, the smartphone has an attractive price. However, there is no perfect smartphone, and Oukitel WP6 is not perfect either. You should know about drawbacks about buying this phone. Oukitel WP6 has quite standard display size for 2020, 6.3 inches, but it is much bigger than other smartphones with similar screen size. In addition, it is almost twice as thick as other smartphones. The weight is 379 grams. For example, the new Redmi 10X weighs only 200 grams. So, Oukitel WP6 replaces 2 smartphones, both in thickness and weight. It is very uncomfortable and even impossible to carry in pants pocket. It was a big surprise for me to see micro USB port in this smartphone. Why not USB Type-C? I don't know. It is a shame to release mobile devices with micro USB ports in 2020. So, because of micro USB cable and a very big battery, the charging takes a very long time, more than 4 hours. The best solution of this problem is to charge the smartphone at night. As I already said, Oukitel WP6 has a good 48MP main sensor and 5MP bokeh sensor. However, there is also the third sensor on the rear panel. It is night wide-angle or macro. I had the idea that the third sensor would be used for the night photos because the night mode is really good. However, it is possible that the third sensor on the back is just fake. That's all about pros and cons of Oukitel WP6. In general, if you are not afraid of the large size and weight of this smartphone, then you can safely buy it. The phone is not only rugged and waterproof, but also has good performance, camera and long battery life. Thank you for watching this video, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel Tech Brothers.